Daria Eva Eliuk prefers and maintains her heels and standards high, her necklines and humor low.
Poop is funny.
10-time undefeated international articulate complaining champion, specializes in using several big words when one small one will do. Hates her friends' enemies, but still prepared to use said friends as human shields when the shit comes down.
I, for one, welcome the aliens. Any sort of slavery, if you want me to round up other humans, sorry, Ted, or fresh meat.
Known to bring home bacon, fry it up in a pan. Possessor of both standoff size and Betty Davis eyes. Mitch Elliott, born and raised a fine southern fanny pack wearing gentleman's gentleman.
He accidentally spilled the wine cooler on him, and he came out gay.
First in line of defense during a disaster, he probably also caused that disaster.
Hey, what do you do when you're in a hotel and something like that happens? You can't.
You kill yourself.
Interests include butchery, cryptozoology, kite flying, close-up magic, and cocktails. Though a one-time cadet of the Georgia Police Academy, his penchant for quality fabrics and nudity ensured his dismissal, though he retained the handcuffs, badge, and sense of entitlement.
I think of a security guard wearing a uniform.
Well, it's the same thing, though, right?
Plain clothes for detective.
Ted Theodore Douglas, endowed with non-Lucasfilm endorsed ability to wield sarcasm like a lightsaber.
There's only one return, okay? And it ain't of the king, it's of the Jedi.
Though admission to heaven secure, is almost most likely to complain about it once he gets there. Credits his velvet soft peach-hued facial skin to a strict regimen of processed meats and playing video games under cover of darkness. Diplomatically and democratically believes all things are subjective, with the exception of his opinion on any subject.
Anyone who tells you that they enjoyed this film is a jerk.
Daria, Mitch, and Ted. The Afternoon Buzz.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh, that's annoying me already. This can't be new Ted.
No!
Okay.
He's Happy Ted.
We're not starting out 2012 with that kind of Ted because I cannot deal with it.
And kicking off our 6th year together.
Happy anniversary.
That's crazy.
This isn't the actual date, though, is
Yesterday
it?
was.
Yesterday was a...
Yesterday?
Well, yesterday was the first day that we all met, like, officially together
Just
working as a
get
show.
it right.
It's January 8th,
I think the 8th was the
Okay.
first day of the show.
So way too early.
So we'll have gifts
No,
for each
it's
other on
not,
that day.
because it's... All right.
Happy anniversary, everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary. It's also the 4th year anniversary a couple days ago of Dallas and I getting married.
I can't believe that.
No, I know. On New Year's Eve, witnessed and officiated by these two guys in the room with me.
Yeah.
Ted married us, and
I photographed it.
Mitch, sort of.
I photographed every bit of it.
We had a lot of photographs of food and candles.
I wanted to capture the entire essence of the event.
And so you did. So, did you guys have a lovely holiday? None of us saw each other. I don't know, maybe did you guys see each other?
No.
I saw you briefly. Daria.
God, I completely forgot about that.
I saw Dallas a couple times.
You saw Dallas a couple times, but Mitch came to my house. For those that didn't know, who aren't our Facebook friends,
We had a scary couple of weeks.
I was gripped back from the icy jaws of death over the holidays.
Kind of, yeah.
With my mortality clinging to me like a shadow. And Mitch came over, but he wouldn't see me.
I was nervous.
Isn't that weird?
He wouldn't see you?
No, I was up in bed, and Dallas answered the door. Mitch brought over, you came over like twice, right?
Just once.
With some food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Dallas even asked you, he's like, do you want to go see Daria? And Mitch's like, oh, no.
It was really scary. We're making light of this, but then we had a really scary few days.
For those that don't know, for those that are not our Facebook friends, because I think our Facebook friends are
up to speed,
inundated with this info. So right before vacation, I had like a woman issue where my uterus exploded.
Yes.
Well,
It's the old exploding uterus problem.
My uterus exploded. Dallas took me into the hospital. They had to operate immediately. So they operated immediately. They effed it up real good.
Yeah.
So they took me home. We didn't know they had effed it up really good until I lost like my arms and legs and head went cold and numb, and I couldn't stand or sit. So I'm lying on the ground going, I'm fine.
Well, you're lucky I wasn't there, because that sounds like zombie.
Ted would have killed you.
No, it really was zombie-like.
Yeah.
I couldn't really speak. And Dallas was like, "You're going back to the hospital." I'm like, "I'm going back to the hospital." So he carried me to the car. He took me back to the hospital. They did a little ultrasound thing. And then I'll never forget, I was really out of it, but I won't forget this. The doctor in charge, which was a different doctor, going, "Oh my God."
Oh, you don't want to hear that.
No, you
That's
don't.
the last thing you want to hear.
So they rushed me back into surgery. It turned out in the first operation, they had severed a blood vessel. And basically my whole stomach and uterus and everything was all full of blood that had gone septic. So they pumped out a quarter of my blood.
Jeez.
And my stomach right now, I'm wearing paper tape. Based on the advice of
Scar
Dr.
tape.
Michael
Yeah,
Workman, Scar
sure.
tape. A lot of it.
Oh, boy.
So I had 2 big time surgeries back to back within like 7 or 8 hours of each other. And they said that if they had waited a couple more hours, I would have died.
Good gosh.
So that was nuts. So then I was able to sit up on Christmas Day for a little while, but for the most part, I've been bedbound. I think I have watched every movie.
Yeah, all of them. You're done. You've worked your way through Netflix.
When I finally, on Hulu and Netflix and everything else, I finally watched this movie called The Good Witch, which was a made-for-TV movie starring no one.
I think I remember that.
When it was done, I was like,
I'm done.
I've watched them all. This is it. I've seen them all.
I came over. I'm not surprised that you barely remember me showing up because I came over on Christmas Eve day with gifts for you and Dallas and Xander. And Dallas was like, well, let me see where the missus is. And he called to you.
I'm coming down, Ted.
Yeah, he was like, and then you came stumbling down, just kind of like heavy-lidded. It was like, "Hi, honey, how are you?" Like, "How are you?" "I'm pretty good."
Oh, no.
I'm not 100% not like that now. Like,
Well, sure. I mean,
it's
this
going to
is
be interesting.
only been a few days.
This is the first. I haven't really spoken.
Right.
Mostly, I've just been like, "Dallas, can you make me some Citrusel because I can't poop."
Oh, gosh. Did you try any of my food?
We ate it. Yeah, it was great.
I know Dallas liked it. I didn't know if you
Mitch
tried it.
brought over like pumpkin penne, which it's better than it sounds.
Yeah, it has a pumpkin cream sauce, Ted, with Italian sausage, a lot of meat.
That all sounds good.
Yeah.
And like baby arugula salad.
Yeah,
and,
arugula
like,
salad,
little
goat
breads,
cheese, and candy
it
pecans.
was very, very nice of
Good,
you. That was
good,
super,
good.
super sweet. So yeah, back and yay.
Hooray!
Did anything of note happen to I know Mitch did nothing. He didn't go to any parties. Did you leave the house at all?
I did.
Oh, you went to see...
I did a couple of really stupid things.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you off the air. Well, I just found about
Oh,
one.
you can't say that.
You'll tell us off the air
First
and
day
then on
back?
the air.
Our boss. I had some eggnog over the vacation. I had some Christmas cocktails.
Sure.
And in the course
did
of
you
Christmas
do?
cocktails, I did the single dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
Email, Facebook.
Oh no, it's much worse than that.
What?
Much
Okay,
worse
we'll
than a
find out
phone
what it
call.
is when we come back.
And I texted our boss something that wasn't supposed to go to my
Okay,
boss.
we'll find out when we come back.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
Okay, Mitch. Young Mitch.
I had too much free time last week.
Love of my life.
Too much vodka.
Mitch plus 3 times plus vodka.
My sweet little bread pudding.
Derek played about 99 hours
Don't
of
tell us
World
the
of
whole
Warcraft.
thing. I just want to hear like a taste of what's to come, okay?
Well, I found out today that I sent a text to our boss that was a text that was supposed to go to our agent, our mutual agent. 3 of us share an agent. And it had to do with our boss. And that's just systematic of what I've been doing lately. I did one really stupid thing on the holidays that I don't know how I'm going to ever recover from.
Find out what that is right after this.
The Afternoon Buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted on 105.1 The Buzz. Driven by Dick Hanna Dealership.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Mitch is
Happy
like,
New Year.
sorry, Ted. Are you ready for Buzz from Hollywood? I'm like, oh, no, Mitch.
Let's do Buzz from Hollywood.
Oh, no, Mitch. Okay, so Mitch, actually, first, let's talk briefly about Ted.
All right.
Good.
I'll take my
all
wee
the
bit of time.
time you want.
So before the holidays, Ted adopted a puppy from the Oregon Humane Society. Not a puppy, like a full.
He's 2 years
a
old.
full
Just
boy.
looks like a puppy.
Yeah, but he's a perma puppy. He's a little Dotson mix, and he's so cute. Has he been a joy? Are you keeping the name Oliver?
Yeah, we kept Oliver. We didn't keep Oliver Twist, just Oliver. So he's Ollie or Oliver.
It's a little twee.
Yeah. So he's Oliver, and he's adorable, and the kids love him, and Jordy loves him, and I love him. Still a little pee pee poo poo in the house.
Yeah,
we're
but,
taking care of that. But that's just he's getting adjusted to the new place, and he's slowly starting to make more and more noise. For the first few weeks, he was dead silent.
Yeah.
He would make a peep.
The only sound he would make was a yawn, right?
Yeah.
Like oh my God.
Is he going
so
potty
sweet.
in the same places in the house?
Nope, it's all over.
Okay. What you should do is you should feed him.
And it's not a lot. It's not like it's a problem every day.
He's marking his
just
new
every
home.
few days. Yeah. He's just going around
This room's mine. This room's mine.
Gotta watch him closely. And then feed
mine.
him, put his food bowl wherever he's last went potty or poo or pee-pee.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, a dog will not eat where it poops, which is good advice for anybody. Really.
I don't know.
I've seen dogs eat their own poop. So,
well, that's true. Some dogs do that. In one of my books, that's what it says. I have a book about.
Well, we'll give it a shot. That'll
train
work.
dogs. Yeah,
I miss your kids a lot. I want you guys to obviously couldn't over the holiday, but I want you to come over and play with Xander. Xander and Evie are in love. For those that don't know,
sweet.
Ted's oldest daughter and my
Evie.
son are in love.
It's only been about a month or so since you've seen Evie, maybe a little bit more, but she's already speaking so much more. Like she's into full sentences and making sense and talking like a child.
Xander's into repeating everything.
Yeah.
Repeating everything. So it's been a real challenge for Daddy and me, especially me. We've started to say effing in our home, which never happened before. Like without the full word.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Anyway, back to Ted. So did you guys have a lovely
We did.
holiday?
We had a very lovely holiday. This is our first Christmas at home with the girls, because every year we've gone down to LA to be with my mom, and this year we decided that Evie was old enough to really kind of start getting into what Christmas is and what it all means and all that. So we got the tree and the ornaments and decorated the house and all that stuff. So it was really her first Christmas at home and ours with the girls, and it was very, very nice. We got to do the whole opening gifts and all that.
I want you guys to leave that house and come move down the street for me.
Right.
I really,
Fine.
really
Why
do.
not?
And
This house.
Just do it.
I want so bad to just integrate our families. Okay, so back to
Yes, that's right. Mitch did something
we're out of
embarrassing.
time.
it seems.
Mitch did a couple things that were vodka fueled and bad.
I gotta do better.
And we don't know what they are. We're finding out as you are.
certainly was not gonna tell you on the air. I'm not even sure I was gonna tell you off the air.
Okay, we'll be gentle about it.
All right.
We won't judge you.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
I gotta do better.
I'm already judging.
I gotta do better. I don't know where to start.
Okay, well,
There was mention of a text.
there was mention of a text,
text
sent accidentally to our boss.
To our boss, I can't explain that one. It was meant for somebody else, and it mentioned the boss in the text.
Yeah, and Mitch told us what it was, and it's not really.
But it's not
really anything.
It's just this is the kind of thing that I've been doing lately. I've got to be much more careful.
Is it because of vodka?
Yeah, it's because of vodka and stupidity and too much time by myself. Like I said during our vacation.
Yeah, you by yourself is really not a good idea.
No, it's not.
We had 13 days off, counting the holidays and the weekends, and Derek played just an enormous amount of World of Warcraft.
Don't foist this on Derek.
For the bulk of the time, I was by myself.
You hoisted yourself on your own petard.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but you did it.
Sounds perfect, though.
My own petard.
Your own petard hoisted you.
All right.
And left you dangling. And here's what you did. Tell us some stupid stuff.
Oh, it started. Remember the first year we did Erotic Ball?
Yeah.
The fellows, Pepe and Josh, they came in. They came in bearing gifts for us.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And we didn't.
Okay, it was hosted by an adult novelty store.
Right.
So the gifts they came in bearing were assorted for the privacy of your own home.
Right.
Love devices.
And we all kind of just
adult love devices.
Embarrassingly, kind of just passed them around. Ha ha ha! You weren't embarrassed.
I don't recall being embarrassed. I recall saying, "Dibs, mine. I'm taking that one."
And you gave me a couple things like, "Oh, that's silly. I'll use this as a gag gift somewhere." So I took it home.
It was a literal gag.
Another gag. It's something. It's called Happy Blank Cream. It's what it is. It's just a moisturizer.
Okay,
it's good for your
Does it have
forehead.
any tingling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a good
So
moisturizer.
it's not actually for your face.
You can use it on your crow's feet.
It's not for your
Yes.
face.
You can use it anywhere.
Your junk.
It's happy, and it's got a little picture on it
Yeah.
of that.
Of junk.
Yeah, and
Happy junk.
And it's my forehead has never been
You've
smoother.
been using happy junk cream on your
Right.
face?
Sure. That's where I use it.
He's been using it steadily on his
That's
junk.
all
So
tingle.
this was, I'm sorry, but this was a couple of years ago.
Well, you
Mitch.
don't use much on your face. I just use it on my crow's feet.
Everything's falling into place because Mitch was like, I don't know, I'm going to tell this story on the air.
Okay, so every
think we're
time Mitch
figuring
says
it out.
face,
Right.
no, he really means junk.
So
I don't know what crow's feet translates that.
So
I'm
Wednesday-
assuming taint.
So I thought, I like that cream. It smells good.
Petard.
My forehead's never looked better.
I put it all over his petard pre-hoist.
I want to find that. Where would you find it? I don't go into
So you went online.
novelty stores, and I just did a search for Happy Junk Cream, and the very first site that comes up, don't laugh, you're still recovering, is Amazon. I thought, well, who knew you could get that from Amazon?
You get everything from
everything
Amazon.
on
Fantastic. So
Amazon.
Derek has the Amazon account, so I log in using his name and password. And I
Please
thought,
send me a case of Happy Junk Cream.
well, I can get one or I can get 5. Why not get 5?
Right, it's a value.
Because you're paying for shipping anyway.
Yeah.
Because if one Happy Junk Cream lasted you 2 years,
Right.
5,
Right.
you never have to look
I'll
again.
never have to go through this again.
You don't have to be as sparing as you have been. You
Correct.
can really get a big old juicy handful of Happy.
For my forehead and crow's feet.
Right.
So when you go to
And petard.
do you ever buy anything from Amazon.com?
I did over the past couple days.
I have not.
I do all the time.
I have not. Derek does the Amazon.com
Except for books,
shopping.
which I always get from Powell's.
Very good. Shop local.
That's why I don't read.
So when you go, you're almost done with your transaction, and you go shipping address. Where do you want it shipped?
Sure.
Derek has several different names there. He has his family members, him.
Oh, no.
Kenneth M. Elliott, that's me. Several other things. So yeah,
Oh.
I'll send it to Kenneth M. Elliott. Boom. Okay. Well, I found out that Kenneth M. Elliott is Kenneth M. Elliott Sr.
Your dad.
That's my dad. Oh my God. That's
You
not
sent
me.
a case of Happy Junk Cream
Not
to
a
your dad?
case, just 5. To my dad, ex-military, Ken Elliott Sr. He got it.
From Derek.
I got the confirmation from Derek. I got the confirmation. I saw in Derek's email, but I didn't even open it. I didn't pay any attention to it. I kind of glanced. It says it's going to Kenneth Elliott.
Did you write a gift message to yourself?
No, I didn't.
Have fun hoisting your petard?
Dear Kenneth, have
The
fun with your
only
Happy Junk
thing
Cream. I
that
can't wait to
saved
get
me-
you on my crow's feet and petard.
My dad's birthday is New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
So all I could do is tell him, obviously it was a mistake. It was supposed to be a bird feeder. It's all I could tell him.
God, Mitch.
Because he got it on his birthday.
It's a mistake that's often made in online transactions.
It's the most embarrassed
Bird
I've
feeder,
ever
Happy
been
Junk Cream.
in my life.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine?
No, I cannot.
I want to
No, I
die.
cannot.
I still want to die.
Conservative Southern man. Oh,
Ex-military.
little something from
From my gay son,
From the gay
who I
son
have
and his
accepted
partner.
over the years, who's never tried to push his lifestyle on me. I want to die.
Happy New Year.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz. With Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
Okay, so coming up, we have some exciting things for you.
Yes, we do.
We have The Buzz from Hollywood.
Yay!
First 2012 edition. Do we have News of the Weird?
We have News of the Weird.
We have News of the Weird, and we have Suzanne Jacques. Now, she normally would come the first Monday of the month, but, it's crazy.
It's just craziness.
Yesterday was the first Monday. We weren't
even here.
It was a holiday.
Figure it out.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
So, Suzanne's today. She's a
Get off our
psychic.
case.
Stop messing with us that way. Suzanne Jacques, our friend and psychic, will be in to answer your 2012 future questions. So that'll be around 4:30.
Yeah, so don't call now.
More or less, yeah. It might be a little later because it's already almost 4 and stuff, and we just have no sense of time anymore.
Do not at all.
We don't remember our locker combinations.
I had one of those dreams recently.
Did you?
Isn't it just awful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was filled with dread coming in. I'm like, I don't know which end of the mic to be talking.
I know. I've done this, and we all have for so long. I know which buttons to press. Probably everybody has that.
I don't know
fear.
how to get there. I
don't know anybody.
I haven't driven since
Oh yeah.
the middle of December.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I got behind the wheel. I'm like, no, this is too much pressure.
That's weird. Yeah.
Buzz from Hollywood when we come back.
105.1 The Buzz. Buzz from Hollywood.
Here are some of the resolutions your favorite celebrities have made.
All right.
I use the word favorite and celebrities loosely. Thank you. Ashton Kutcher. In 2012, I assume most of these are via tweet.
Okay.
In 2012, let's agree to a resolution to feel one another's pain and joy and create the peace we desire through proactive generosity. Horatio Sands. My New Year's resolution is to stop setting cars on fire. Loco. Olivia Munn. My New Year's resolution, reserve the word amazing for things that actually are amazing. Like, this bagel is good. It's not amazing. Love her. Hulk Hogan. My New Year's resolution are to be a better person every day.
Oh no.
Brother.
I've moved on with my life and I know what it's like to be happy again. Rob Kardashian.
Oh.
I have a dress sock line I'm working on and I want it to launch successfully. Getting into shape is big for me. That's one of my main things. And mine, to learn how to project my spirit body in astral form to supernaturally visit these celebrities and punch them in the face. I am close. So as we closed in on Christmas, all the tabloids are trying to suggest that Katy Perry was pregnant. It turns out they were 180 degrees in the wrong direction. Last week, Katie and Russell Brand split up.
Uh-oh, good.
Russell Brand, single ladies.
Oh, hey.
Russell filed for divorce on Friday. He issued a statement saying, quote, "Sadly, Katie and I are ending our marriage. I'll always adore her, and I know we'll remain friends." Sources say Katie wanted him to do the filing so she would not upset her super religious parents. Then she quickly made a video where she's jumping on a trampoline wearing double stuffed Oreo cookies as a bra. They've been seen in public without their wedding rings leading up to the split, but they spent the holidays apart. She was in Hawaii and he was in England. So here's the financial side of that. Russell could be looking at a $30 million divorce payout.
Wow.
Because he and Katie did not sign a prenup when they married 14 months ago. And under California law, that would mean a 50-50 split. She's worth a lot more than he is.
Wow.
And I mean that
In all
ways. As for what broke them up, no one really knows at this point. One source claims Russell was jealous of Katie over being the bigger star and would, quote, pick her to pieces over the most trivial things. Another said they started bickering soon after the wedding because he gave up partying and substance abuse years ago while Katie loved to go out. Less than a month ago, Russell was denying rumors of a split on Ellen. He said, quote, "I'm really happily married. I'm married to Katie. Perpetually until death do us part was the pledge, and I'm still alive." Clearly, one of them has to die. And finally, in politics, Mitt Romney compared President Obama to Marie Antoinette, saying Obama has a let them eat cake attitude. Newt Gingrich quickly came running in because he heard there was cake. That's the buzz from Hollywood.
1051 The Buzz. Daria, Mitch, and Ted. With the bizarre, strange, the potentially untrue, the news of the weird.
Daria and Ted, Hillary is a 76-year-old British woman, and for years, decades really, Hillary's experienced on and off stomach discomfort.
Oh, God.
She'd been diagnosed with diverticulitis several years ago. That's what they attributed the problem.
Old man guts.
Old man guts. Our young Ted has diverticulitis. How's that going? You haven't had a flare-up, have you?
I really honestly think I was misdiagnosed.
Really?
Yeah.
By
Well, I was the
Mitch.
first to diagnose you. And
Well,
then you got a
you said
second
you were the
opinion,
first one.
and they concurred with my opinion.
Yeah, but I have never, any of the symptoms that they said I would have from
Haven't
that
come
on,
back?
it's never happened again, ever.
Are you following the rules about not eating
No,
corn
not at
products
all.
and all that?
No.
Okay.
He eats Fritos.
Corn nuts.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
It's interesting to hear Ted try to talk his way out of something being a corn product.
Well, it's made, I mean, it's technically it's made of corn, but because what they want me to
processed to
avoid
death.
the corn kernels, so something that, like popcorn or something that has that
lodges in
actual
your-
kernels. But,
Right.
but it's all, like a Frito is corn, like mashed to down to atoms and then
Okay,
reconstructed
old man
into a Frito chip.
Well, poor Hillary recently was even in more pain than normal. And again, she'd been experiencing this pain for decades. So she decided to go to her doctor. She was experiencing weight loss. She thought, well, that's weird. I'm going to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
and
after
check this-
decades of pain.
Check this out. So her doctor said, you know what? We're going to really make sure once and for all, we're find out what's going on, make sure everything's okay. So they rammed a flexible camera down her throat.
Yep.
And right down in there to her tummy to have a look. And that's when they finally found the source of Hillary's stomach discomfort all these years.
It was a little dude.
It was a little dude, a little leprechaun man.
I mean your stomach.
You found me, pot of gold.
No, it was a ballpoint pen. A ballpoint pen. It was lodged
I'm
in her
disappointed to
stomach
hear that.
lining. Well, here's how it happened.
just
We
not-
should have
that's
known
not
about
good.
that first and then gone to
Yeah.
Little Man.
Have you
Because
ever
after
lost-
Little Man.
Have you ever lost a ballpoint pen?
A ballpoint
That's
pen
how you
attached
should
to a
have
little
started.
leprechaun is what it was. And a snake.
He thought it was a sword.
25 years ago, she was using the pen as a tongue depressor to look at her tonsils in the mirror. That's something we probably have all done.
What a moron.
You probably have done
And
something
she
similar.
accidentally swallowed a pen.
And she swallowed a pen.
Hands
And
up
she
who-
had no recognition of this.
Hands up, who here still has their tonsils?
I do.
I do.
Oh, we all do.
All
We
three?
all do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that,
Oh,
guys.
You guys are
We're tonsil
appendix.
buddies.
Everybody have their appendix? Hey! So apparently, 25 years ago, she swallows the pen. She tells her husband. Her husband takes her to the doctor. The X-ray. They didn't see the pen, so
No,
they thought,
you
"Oh,
didn't
Hillary,
swallow
you
that
didn't
pen."
swallow
Okay,
that
so
pen."
she did realize she swallowed a pen.
She realized it, but nobody believed her. You can imagine how uncomfortable that has got to be when you know darn well you swallowed the pen, and her doctor told her husband told the doctor she's a bit of a hypochondriac. And
But how do you swallow a pen?
I don't know.
Without really working at it.
Yeah.
Without really trying to
Hold
get
on,
that
let me get
down.
a pen.
Well, we had the news
You're
of the
gonna
weird.
throw up before you.
Remember the news of the weird
You
about
have
the.
to be trying to swallow
You have to try.
Yeah,
You have to like push it.
Well,
push it down.
Well, she fell. I may have failed to mention
no.
that. She fell.
She fell on the pen.
She fell on the pen. We
I
had
think
a story.
you just made that up.
No, it says right here she fell.
You added that.
She fell.
Does it? Let me see
She
where it
slipped.
says. Let me see
She
where it
slipped
says
and
that.
swallowed the pen. She
No,
slipped
even
and swallowed
then,
the pen.
even then.
Well, we had the story about the guy that swallowed the scissors because he was laughing so hard
Yeah,
at a
but
friend's
that was-
joke.
That's also a lie.
That was
No, we
also
had,
fake,
had
though.
an X-ray.
That
We had a
was
story about a woman that swallowed her toothbrush.
That was too
She
fake.
slipped in
Also
the,
an X-ray.
Also an X-ray slipped in the bathroom.
You don't even have an X-ray of this one.
No, I don't have an X-ray.
Oh, you guys! My mug of tea is gone.
Oh no!
I swallowed it.
Yes,
So
I'm
here's the funny
sorry.
part,
Oh
though.
no!
Oh, highlighter pen.
Careful,
Has
Daria.
anyone seen my keys?
You better keep your mouth
Mitch,
shut.
I had them a second ago,
Ted
but then I
swallowed his
tripped.
keys and
Ted,
When he
hey,
tripped, that's
where's your
now-
iPhone?
What?
Wait a
Where am I?
second.
It's
Does
gone.
anyone here call me? See if I can hear it ringing.
It's in his belly.
But the funny part is the pen still worked, and so she wrote a note to that original doctor and said, "I told you I swallowed that pen. Love Hillary."
It was in my
love
stomach.
the guy who wrote that story.
Daria and Ted, as residents of Portland, or Bridge City, as it's often called.
No, it's not.
We all put a great deal of trust into the strength of our bridges every time
Stumptown.
we drive. What does Stumptown mean?
I don't know. It used to be. It's
I
a
understand,
thing.
like voting, like voters.
Because this used to be a
Okay.
highly populated with trees. This
No,
area.
you're making that up.
And
Ted's
they
making
cut
that up.
it down,
Red
and then there were
City, I
lots of
get.
stumps.
Ted's pulling a Mitch.
That's it.
No, it isn't.
It
What-
isn't.
What does Rip City mean?
It's because we had
As
a
blazers.
huge, we
What
had
does
a
that
huge
mean?
logging industry. It used to be a big part of this town.
I'm going to Google. I'm going to Google.
That's a large part of what the Port of Portland
No.
was
I thought it was
originally
a political
about.
thing, like you stump.
No.
You like
I think
skip
you're
out
both
on a
wrong.
stump and give a speech.
We're not surrounded by trees everywhere.
Yeah, but
this
you
isn't that hard to
seriously
figure
just
out.
made that up and you presented it as fact.
I don't think I did.
Does stump? You
I'm
guys
pretty
have to
sure that's
stop
what I've
while
heard.
I'm doing this, by the way.
I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
that
So
a
anyway,
Back pedal.
Daria's
No.
looking up Stumptown. Well, here in Bridgetown, we are often concerned about the strength of our bridges as we drive over them.
Sure.
Well, the same,
Selwood Bridge, falling
exactly,
down,
falling
falling
down. Same goes for the people of Kolkata, India. There's a massive steel
I'm not
bridge.
listening to any of this.
Should I wait for it? Because I want you to hear the story.
No, I didn't.
Okay, Stumptown. Why is it called Stumptown?
It's going to. Oh, I think Mitch is or Ted's right.
Oh.
Okay. Stump.
Logic wins again.
Please go on.
Okay. So anyway, this bridge is called the Howrah Bridge, Ted, and it's in trouble.
Crap, Ted's right.
Doggone it.
Okay,
Hello.
Stumptown was coined during a period of phenomenal growth in Portland. The city was growing so rapidly that the stumps of trees cut down to make way for roads were left behind until manpower could be spared to remove them. The stumps remained so long that the locals across the street taking the mud. Captain Jane C. Ainsworth commented there were more stumps than trees in Portland
That's
in
not
the
good.
early 50s.
Wow, good job, Ted.
And then the
Sorry,
Lorax grabbed his butt, pulled himself up into the sky.
Now he's Danny DeVito, you guys. It's hilarious.
So there's this huge bridge called the Howrah Bridge, and it's in big trouble. It's a cantilever bridge.
Where are we now? India?
We're in India. It's in Kolkata, India. That's the town. It was built during British rule back in 1943, and it's 70 years old, but it was expected to last well over a century. But
I thought cantilevered meant breasts that defied gravity.
No, cantilever. What is a cantilever
I think
bridge?
that means
it's
a lot of things.
Two big columns, I think, with the steel ropes that go down.
Guys, I don't know this.
Steel
See,
cables.
I admit when I don't know
Steel
something.
cables.
It has to do with stumps.
Well, cantilever's not the important part. The important part is something is causing this massive bridge to crumble and threatening the safety of the 100,000 cars and 150,000 pedestrians that cross every day.
It's a pen.
So what is going to potentially send this hulking steel structure plunging into the river below unless they can come up with
Oh,
something?
guys, I got it.
to solve
Cantilever Bridge is a bridge built using cantilevers. Where's the Wikipedia says?
Thank you,
Very
Internet.
good. What's causing the bridge to crumble?
Monkeys.
Human spit.
Oh,
70 years of human spit.
That's probably it.
It's because
I
locals...
reckon that is the culprit.
It's
Not rain?
No. Locals
Okay.
choose something called PAN, P-A-A-N. It's a mild intoxicant containing betel nuts and leaves.
Sounds
They roll it up
great.
in there, just a pinch between your cheek and gum.
Yeah, it's like chaw.
It's like chaw. And then they spit out this red-tinged
Well,
juice,
they go,
the saliva.
they go to the bridge and then they spit
Then they spit it out.
on the bridge.
And 7 decades of
Because
people...
everybody loves to go down to the cantilever spitting bridge.
That's the true meaning of the holidays to
What are
me.
you going to do today, Abdul?
I gotta go down to the spitting bridge.
Even regular pressure washing's not enough
So am
to
I.
work through the layers
Right,
of
let's
spit.
go together. Anyone else gone?
What's the wife doing?
Well, she was going to join
spit.
me.
Bring the whole family.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
we'll
all go.
meet
Let's
in
all
the
go
middle.
down.
Everybody put in some chaw.
Spitting on the
Spit.
way.
All right.
Don't spit on a
Get
bridge.
a good old
Okay.
spit worked up.
Finally, Daria and Ted, anyone that owns a car, the fear of having that car stolen is something that enters your mind probably daily.
Oh, all the time.
Besides your carjacking experience, have you ever had a car stolen?
Shortly after I moved here to Portland.
Shut up!
Remember our first Toyota Corolla?
I sort of do.
Yes.
I had a car stolen from Eugene.
Right out of our driveway, and I live up on the mountain.
Was this when the Tom Tom also got stolen?
Yes,
and
and
you
the
were-
bottle of Grey Goose vodka. Yeah.
You made up the part about the vodka.
No, I did
Yes,
not.
you did.
To whom?
So-
How, the
To
insurance
the
company?
authorities, yes.
No, they're not
You
going
were
to give you any money for
police?
vodka.
They're not?
No.
Okay, then I believe the story is true then.
Thank you.
Because it would be just like you to be like, officers, my Tom Tom was gone, and my 10 bottles of expensive vodka.
Vacation vodka. So it's a horrible feeling. You look out in your driveway where your car's supposed to be. It's not there.
My car isn't there. It's not in the carport underneath my apartment on Christmas Eve day. No, it's not. No, because you have it, Donald Puzio.
That's a story, I guess, for another time.
Yeah, that's Donald Puzio stole my car.
So there are a lot of devices that are they make the attempt to thwart car theft, such as car alarms. But
hold on, Ted. The story I remember hearing is you gave Don Puzio your car keys and said, "Whenever you like."
You enjoy this car, Don Puzio.
No, that's not the way that went.
Because I heard that from a D Puzio. He said he was no relation.
Isn't he no longer with us?
Donald Puzio? No, I'm sure he's still around like the cockroach he is.
Oh my God!
Yeah, somebody's heart just did a flip thinking it was going to be another word.
My goodness.
So
if you want to prevent car theft, you get a car alarm.
Then don't let Don Puzio know where you live.
Or Don Puzio, don't give him your keys. But car alarms are only effective if somebody hears the car alarm, they call the authorities. The best system to prevent car theft would be if the would-be thief. I saw a club, like an old piece of junk, like Plymouth, recently.
So what? The car that Donald Puzio stole was an old piece of
Those
junk.
clubs didn't work. You can drive perfectly well with a club.
Donald Puzio does not care if your car's a piece of crap, if there's a club on it, if it's filled with freaking pan spit, he will still steal that car.
And the only thing he stole the car. He had it for 2 weeks and then he abandoned it because he got another Celica that he got because he was piecing the car together. And while that car looked like crap on the outside, the carpet was pristine.
Yeah,
and that's what he took.
Carpet.
He took my stereo and my carpet and left the rest of the car.
Puzio loves carpet.
Well, now we know the story's a lie because the carpet in Ted's car is not going to be pristine.
It was beautiful carpet.
It was not pristine. So the best system would be...
listen, you guys. Everybody's got a good point.
If you could just keep the would-be thief from ever starting the car and driving away in the first place, right?
Can I confess something to you?
You have no idea what the story's about.
No. Well, okay, that's true. That's true. But B, when those ads for the car alarm Viper system first came on, I thought that you got a Viper.
You got the snake came out?
I thought
that would work.
I thought that it was a snake hologram. I thought that was because that's
that's what was on the commercial.
That would be a great car alarm.
I thought you were going to admit to me that you were Donald Puzio.
I'm not. And I rip off my
Rolo Tomasi.
It's been me the whole time, Donald Puzio.
So researchers in Japan have come up with a way to prevent your car from ever being stolen. It uses a very unique scanner.
Cloaking device.
They can identify you with unchangeable markers of just you, the car's owner.
Yeah,
and
which are then beamed to the government. Don't worry about what they do with them.
No.
And then if it's not you, then the car doesn't open.
Now, it doesn't scan your eyes, your fingerprints. It uses your butt.
Okay.
All right.
Butt scanners.
Do you know that Donald Puzio has a briefcase full of butts? And whenever he comes upon a car that he wants to steal,
he opens it up, he flips through his butts.
It's like a Rolodex.
He tries this butt.
He tries the butt.
That's impossible.
This car will be mine.
The butt scanners measure 360 different pressure points on your butt to create a 3D
So do you
image.
have to put your butt up against the car?
No, you put your butt in the seat. It reads it as you sit down in the driver's seat. It knows that your butt...
It's a butt reader.
Your butt is completely different than anybody else's. And what they're hoping to do is...
Every butt's a snowflake?
Every butt's a snowflake. Integrate this into your office chair so you don't have to use passwords to your computer.
What if you gain or lose weight?
I don't know. I just don't know. That's weird.
105.1 The Buzz, the afternoon buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
Suzanne Jacques, Psychic Suzanne, is here during what I imagine to be her busiest time of the year. Around the start of a new year has always got to be, Suzanne, when people start to sort of want to know about what the future holds, the future year ahead.
Absolutely. And it's so much fun because I have a lot of clients who come back every year just for that at this time.
For their New Year's reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have used you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Personally. That's okay. Won't hold it against you. But I know a lot of people already have a lot of questions for you. And if you're ready to get to them, we're just going to start up with that right away. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. And you look fabulous. For what
How do I look? I look
Mitch,
the same.
You look wonderful. That black is very slimming.
We didn't even comment on it. Look at Ted.
Ted looks like an author or something.
Ted looks amazing. He's wearing like a charcoal gray cable knit sweater.
Cable knit sweater. Uh-huh.
It's not a Ted look.
Not at all. There's not a Hawaiian flower on it.
It's the one sweater I have.
It's very good.
He could be a university professor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's laundry day.
Professor Ted.
Very avuncular.
Exactly. Just take it and run with it.
All
Ted.
right. Thank you, guys.
Suzanne is wearing sort of a cowl neck, beige and white
semi-sweater, but her jewelry is what's really beautiful. It's big, chunky turquoise long jewelry, and I really like it.
Thank you.
It's fitting someone of
Certainly
the psychic
is.
world.
Yes.
Okay, so get your questions ready. All Suzanne needs is your first name and the month and day you were born. Please limit your question to just one question, and try not to get it too, my own joke about myself aside, too medically heavy.
Right.
That's something you want to go to a doctor for, not a psychic. And do also keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes. So if it's a question that's like really, really, really heavy,
Dark and heavy.
This is not the time. Schedule a private reading.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is for fun.
It's for fun. 888-733-5105 is the phone number. Give us a call, and Suzanne will begin her magic.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
Daria, Mitch, and Ted in the studio with Psychic Suzanne.
You're not that pretty, Jennifer Aniston.
What?
Sorry, what?
She is the sexiest woman on the planet, isn't she?
Of
all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Suzanne is ready to take your calls at 888-733-5105. Do want to mention at this time, if you want to schedule a full reading with her, which we have all done. Well,
Ted's scared.
Yeah, Ted's. Yeah, why haven't you, Ted?
I don't know. I'm good. I'm good with not knowing what's ahead.
Listen, I was so scared. Suzanne was recommended to me. I've known her for about 3 years now.
A little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years by one of my best friends in the world, who's a very no-nonsense, skeptical type of person.
Yes, she is.
And she had such a powerful and excellent experience with Suzanne. She's like, you got to try this. I was terrified to go because I thought, like, Suzanne, first of all, to have the recommended by this friend, I'm like, that's just weird because this friend would never, she debunks everything.
Right.
I was afraid that I would meet Suzanne and I'd go to shake her hand and it would be like the dead zone.
Right.
Where
she just freezes and looks ahead.
She would hold my hand and be like, just go.
You're going to murder the president.
Just get out. Just get out. I'd be like, what? I don't. She'd be like, just leave. Here's your money back. Go. 888-733-5105. Here's some calls.
Hi, Kelly. When's your birthday?
It's September 26th.
Hi, Kelly. And what's your question?
Hello, Suzanne. Well, 2011 was actually a great year for me.
Oh, good.
So I just want to make sure that I'm still on the path that I'm supposed to be going down, and that 2012 is still going to, all the things that I have planned for myself are going to happen.
That it's not the year things change for the worse.
Well, it sounds like you got through a difficult year really well, because I'll tell you, it was hard. 2011 was hard for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So the stars must be just right for you. Let me ask you something. Do you do anything in marketing or PR?
I do. That's actually what my job is.
Good. Wow. Because what I saw was, if that's her work, tell her to just go the distance, because it's wanting to take you places this year, and I mean that seriously. It's wanting to take you to other countries.
Okay, well, it's interesting you say that, because I have a trip planned to Europe this summer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you for being my first caller of the new year.
Well done.
Right,
good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Our guest is Psychic Suzanne Jockus, and we are off on a good foot here. Mary, when's your birthday?
9/14.
Hi, and what's your question?
My husband and I have decided to part ways.
Okay.
And we have children, and so obviously there's a process that you go through, selling the house, all those kinds of things. But I'm just wondering how you see that turning out. Does it look pretty amicable, or is this going to be a tough time ahead?
Yeah, and did you make this decision like in October?
I think it's been a while, but I think we probably heavily talked about it then.
Okay, so you just separated.
We are actually not.
Still together.
Not officially. Yeah,
I got you. Okay, because October stands out as a month of discussion, a month of separation, a month of decision, and so I think for the last couple months, you've really been done.
Yeah. So, do you think that this process will be pretty smooth, or do you think it's going to be a tough road ahead, or how do you see
I think
this
there's agreements that have, my point is, in the last 3 months, I think there's been agreements made between the two of you that really do want to be best for the whole family. I also see you now. Did you say you have a house to sell?
Yes.
I can see that being listed in March. Are you planning to put it on the market this spring?
Well, we were maybe hoping for sooner, but realistically, we probably have some things to finish up before we could.
Well, by the 1st of March, I can see that on the market. So, I might be seeing it selling in March, but I'm just going to stay with on the market. But it is going to sell.
Okay. Do you think quickly, or is that going to take
quickly. I think
quite a
it'll
while?
sell quickly. So good luck to you. I do think, as difficult as it is, I think you've made the right decision.
You sound like you have an amazing attitude regarding it, Mary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a process, so I'm glad to sound positive.
As long as you can both continue to communicate, that's the secret.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Bye.
Hi there, Karen. When's your birthday?
February 18th.
Hi, Karen, and what's your question?
I am just wondering if I am ever going to get married or
Find Mr. Right.
yes.
Aha. So you're pretty independent, and you really the picture that I'm being shown anyway is you have a really clear idea in your mind of what you want, and I think it's important to stay with that. Don't compromise. But also part of that picture is maybe being a little more approachable. It looks like sometimes you put people off. Would that make sense?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. She's laughing. But the question is, will you ever marry? And I do believe you will. I don't know how old you are, but it looks like in the next 3 years.
Oh, that would be nice.
Okay.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
Good luck. Psychic Suzanne Jockis is our guest. Corey, when's your birthday?
Hello?
Hi there. When's your birthday, Corey?
September 29th.
Hi, and what's your question?
Hi, my question is, will this year be the year that I meet my weight goals?
Meet your weight goal. Boy, you know what? You're working hard on it. And I can see, kind of the only sort of missing piece is a little more aerobic. Do you do aerobic exercise now?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So staying with that's going to really kind of complete the picture. I think you're going to make your goal.
Fabulous.
All right.
Keep up the good work.
Good luck, Corey. Thanks. We'll take a quick break. More of your questions for Psychic Suzanne coming up.
Remember, all Suzanne needs is your first name and the day and month you were born. Keep it to one question, and those are pretty much all the rules. Give us a call at 888-733-5105. Bear in mind that we always get more calls than we have time to get to with Suzanne, so do be patient and keep trying.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
Daria, Mitch, and Ted, and our guest is Psychic Suzanne Jockis. If you have a question, we'd love to hear from you. 888-733-5105. All we need is your first name and your birthday. Hannah, when's yours?
June 25th.
June 26th?
Hi, Hannah.
25.
25. Okay. And what's your question today?
I'm actually on my way to a date right now, and I want to know how that's going to turn out and if there's someone special in my future.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. You're on your way to a date?
Yes.
Okay, and you want to know how
There's still time to turn around.
I hope he's not listening.
Yeah.
That's funny. You've not met this person?
We've had one date, but it was very casual, so...
Okay.
So basically you want to know if this is a potential romantic partner for the future.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that it is. I don't want you to give me his name over the air, but it sure feels like this is a good match for you. Is he in school by any chance, or does he teach?
No.
Are you in school?
I just graduated, but I did work in education.
You did work in education. Okay.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'm picking up that you're going back to work in education, or you're going to meet someone that is in education that's going to be perfect for you. But I could see teaching around you. But I think this is a good guy. Feels like a good guy.
Well, great. Thank you.
All right. Our guest is Psychic Suzanne Jockis. Hi, Michelle. When's your birthday?
March 11th.
Hi, and what's your question?
Well, I actually had a very difficult 2011, so I'm really happy it's over with. Both financially and personally. I split up with a boyfriend of 6.5 years, and it was a tough decision, but I felt like it was a good decision, and I'm just curious to know if there's a lot of positive things that might be happening in 2012 for me.
Okay. Are you in your work? Are you in management, or are you a project manager by any chance?
I'm an art director.
You're an art director, great. Because the picture around you is work. You get to step into your own voice. In other words, so that's like management or even having your own business. So I think work's going to be really good. I think letting go of this relationship, what I heard was relief. Like it's going to give you some creative space and just some room. It feels like it was suffocating you or holding on too tight or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, he's trying to change, but I don't know if that's ever really going to happen.
Right.
And they tend to change during it.
It could happen.
Well, give it lots of time and space and see what happens next.
Alrighty.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Good luck. Hi, Shelly. When's your birthday?
May 3rd.
Hi, Shelly. And what's your question?
Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Daria. It's your Walmart girl.
Oh, hi, Shelly. How are you?
Good, thanks. My life partner, I'm curious about him as far as when he might be coming in, if you have a astrological sign for me to look for, anything that comes through that you want to tell me.
Okay, so your question is when will you meet your life partner?
Right, and what are some of the things that I would look for?
Okay.
How will she know who he is when he arrives?
Correct.
All right, well, watch for the name John. Is that a name you know?
Yes, but I'm not feeling that.
Okay, so I heard the name John around as you're talking, and so it could very well be a different man with that name.
Okay.
And I also get that this is someone, and he'd have to be someone who is pretty independent to be with you. Because I think you call the shots.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daria.
I think you call the shots. So he needs to be self-employed. You're not going to take care of anyone. In other words, financially.
Yes, ma'am.
But I do see someone, and he could build houses. He could do something in construction that's his own work. Yeah, but watch for the name John. Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, have fun.
Good luck,
Have
Shelly.
a good New Year, Shelly.
Hi, Jennifer. When's your birthday?
December 2nd.
Hi, Jennifer, and what's your question?
Hi, I am just wondering if the person that I'm seeing right now is going to develop into a longer-term relationship.
I'm sensing a theme.
Yeah. How long have you been dating?
About 6.5 months.
Okay. Well, in his mind, it's sort of already a long-term relationship. So, I guess it just depends on how you feel about him. But it sure looks like you're a couple.
Okay.
Do you feel that?
I do.
Yeah, I can see trips being planned, months down the line and that sort of thing. So,
okay.
Take it slow, but
Jennifer wants it to progress faster than it's progressing.
Yeah, well,
too bad.
I think he's pretty. He feels like someone who's very methodical and very deliberate, and he likes to surprise you.
Yes. Okay.
So just go with the flow. But I can see trips being planned and that sort of thing. So it looks like a fairly long. I mean, yeah, go with it.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're
Happy
welcome.
New Year.
Yeah, same to you.
Psychic Suzanne Jockus is our guest. Trisha, when's your birthday?
Hi, December 21st.
Hi, and what's your question, Trisha?
I've been out of a job for quite some time, and I just wanted to know if I'll be landing one anytime soon.
You have 2 interviews coming up right away.
Really?
Have you gotten a notice about those?
Not yet.
Yeah, I see 2 coming up right away. So I do think, it's like the market, whatever work it is that you do, the market's really wanting to get enlivened around you. And I think you're going to have 2 right away. So by the end of February, there could be some work or a work offer.
Wow. Is it in the field that I want to be in?
It looks like it.
Oh, okay. Good. Great. Thank you so much.
You're really welcome.
All right, we'll play a little music. Let Suzanne rest her brainwaves there for just a moment.
And then you can give us a call. 888-733-5105. It's 2012. And the world's going to end. Yeah.
Oh, when is that? Soon?
Nah, it could be any time between now and the end of the year. So this will be, I guess, your last year to find out what is ahead
now or never,
for the future. So
don't expect any answers beyond December 21st.
Really, give us a call super fast at 888-733-5105. Your questions for Psychic Suzanne continue when we come back.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz. With Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
My mouth is dry and pasty.
I've been so thirsty today. I made split pea soup on my leftover ham bone from Christmas.
Hello.
Right.
It's too spicy.
It is?
I made a mistake dumping in the crushed red pepper flakes.
Did you just dump so much in?
It's spicy. It upset my... It would help you be regular if anyone's having a problem being regular. Ted? Anyone here? Anyone having a problem?
You know for a fact that I'm having trouble.
You'll be so regular,
I'm
it's
taking
crazy.
iron supplements like you can't even imagine.
If you don't mind spicy, I'll bring you in some tomorrow.
Bring me in some of that
All right, just try
spicy
it.
pea soup.
All right, I'll do it.
Yes.
Ring of fire.
Right now, don't think about my beehole.
No.
Everyone right now stop picturing it.
I can't now.
Everyone stop.
I
Stop. Questions for Psychic Suzanne. We have our... Stop it. Stop it.
Did you have it bleached?
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I'm going to get it bleached. That'll show you guys. 888-733-5105. Our last round of calls. She's just shaking her head, sadly. Last round of calls for Suzanne.
Hi, Jennifer. When's your birthday?
October 7th.
Hi, Jennifer. What's your question today?
Well, I was just wondering, I've been divorced for about 4 or 5 years now, and, I've had a few dates here and there, but I just haven't found anybody special. So I was just wondering if you see me in the near future finding anybody special.
Okay, what I heard was in the 6th year after your divorce. So I think it's going to be 6 full years, and then someone will come in. I also get that this person may not live here. Do you travel at all with work?
No.
Okay, they may simply just not be here yet. So you have to wait for them to move to town.
Okay. All right, thanks. And I want to say it's nice to have you guys back.
Well, it's good to be back. We hate vacation.
No, that's the wrong... No.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thanks. Hi, Tracy. When's your birthday?
Hi, it's Chrissy. It's February 24th.
February 24th. And what's your question?
I was just wanting to know what you saw working out better for me. I'm doing 2 things full-time right now, and it's just too much. I'm not spending enough time with my kids, so should I go one way or the other, or should I just stick it out and try and get it done?
Whoa. So you have 2 full-time jobs?
One is job, one is school. I go full-time to both.
Okay.
Wow.
Boy, your plate is really full. I can see you. It looks like school is real important. Are you going to be doing anything in healthcare or wellness?
It's exactly what I'm going to school for. I've wanted to work in the healthcare field, and I have since I was young.
Yeah, you need to stay the course with that. You really need to stay the course with that. So if you can go to school full-time and maybe cut back part-time with work. But you're really destined for some work in wellness.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Tracy. Psychic Suzanne Jacques is our guest. TJ, when's your birthday?
March 29th.
And what is your question?
My question is just what my outlook on 2012 is.
Okay, you gotta narrow it down a little bit.
Come on, TJ.
That's what we call the cheating question. That's like when you get the 3 wishes and your wishes for more wishes.
Right. You can't do that.
That is true. How about work for this 2012?
Okay, well,
or money. How about money?
Okay. So are you self-employed, TJ?
Yes.
Yeah. So as long as you're self-employed, come on, you can make it happen. And I know that there's times when you get into these huge slumps and you don't feel like getting out there and promoting your work. But once you do, you really do it well. So just maybe really focusing on work and finances this year. It looks like it could be a very good year. I also see a partner coming in on that. So I don't know if you have a partner now or not, but I see a partnership type relationship showing up around work.
Okay.
All righty.
All right.
Make it a good one.
Good luck. Hi, Ryan. When's your birthday? Ryan? Oh, we lost Ryan. Hi, Jamie. When's your birthday?
2/28.
Hey, Jamie, and what's your question?
My question is, how do I make the hair loss stop?
Gosh, I don't have an answer for that.
Is it stress related or is it from anesthesia related?
Well, that falls kind of into the medical questions.
Squarely into medical, yeah. That would definitely be a question for
a doctor.
A physician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we say, what's the best way I can reduce stress in my life?
Oh, that is a question for a magician. So find yourself one physician, two magician, and we should be all set.
Maybe look up the work of Doctor Strange. He does both.
Oh, I missed you, Ted. Do you have any suggestions for Jamie about how the stress that she's under right now might be alleviated, or will it be alleviated?
Well, I think, yoga could be really helpful to you. Yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong, any of those practices could be really, really helpful, not just for your stress, but for your overall well-being.
Okay.
All right. So, I know it's just one more thing, but I'll tell you, if you can do it, the rest sort of gets softer.
Okay.
All right.
In the meantime, do go talk to a doctor, because as we've learned from our regular guest, Dr. Robinson.
I've been to a million doctors.
What do they tell you, Jamie? What do they tell you about the hair loss?
Well, that I had a very, very, very poor reaction to anesthesia, and that I have a lot of stress in my life.
Oh, hooray. Thank you. Here's your check.
Yeah.
I know. So, Daria, don't worry if in 3 months it starts falling out by the handful. They'll just tell you that it's from anesthesia.
No, I mean, I have a good reaction to anesthesia, but I can relate to your frustration in that the initial reason I went into the doctor was for a condition that I had been telling them for a year that I had, and they were like, "Yeah, well, have you tried an aspirin?" And I'm like,
"Have you tried an aspirin?"
No, I have not. What is this aspirin thing that you speak of? It sounds amazing. So yeah, sometimes you just have to shout and scream, and I find crying helps.
Oh, okay.
To just get a solid answer for anything. But in the meantime, there are medical ways to restore hair.
Well, I know. I'm partially afraid of that, and I do have a tremendous amount of stress. So I'm trying to address both of those issues.
Yeah, and you know what? They have the cure. They have it, and they're just not giving it to us.
It's true. No, they really do.
We just can't afford it.
It's too expensive to. But don't you find too that trying to reduce stress when you know you're overstressed is just a stress in itself?
Yeah. It's sort of a vicious circle when your doctor tells you not to stress out, and then 1,000 hairs come out in the shower, and you're supposed to not stress out about getting in the shower.
Oh God, you poor thing.
Try some acupuncture along with that Qigong.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Okay, I'm doing the acupuncture, so I will sign up for yoga, and I will be the limberest,
hairiest,
city.
stress-free.
Thanks, Jamie.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, that's all the time we have for Suzanne this week.
And you can, of course, contact her in the interim. She comes usually around the first Monday of every month. You can contact her at Suzanne Jauchius, JAUCHIUS.com or PsychicSuzanne.com. Also, of course, you can always link to her page from our page, the Daria, Mitch, and Ted page of 1051thebuzz.com. Suzanne, it's always wonderful when you come in, and hopefully it'll be a wonderful 2012 for you as well.
I think it's going to be great for all of us.
Hooray.
And we will be here in January of 2013.
You're positive.
Hooray.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
And in the meantime, we'll see you
yours,
on...
Mayans.
1051 The Buzz, the afternoon buzz with Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
So here I have a News of the Weird supplemental story.
Oh,
It's not even, I mean, it's weird, but it's not the kind of macabre, scary News of the Weird that we are accustomed to. So I'm assuming, to put it cleverly, assuming that you came across this story and elected not to use it, Mitch. It's about a carrot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture the logic of this.
All right.
And then bear in mind the whole time I'm telling you this story, this person and or her family contacted the press.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you forget about that somebody has to make a phone call.
Right. It's like
to a
watching
TV
Cops,
station.
and you're like, all these dudes
Had to sign a release.
Right. Saying, yes,
That's
you may
unbelievable.
show me. Back in 1995, Lena Palson, I don't know what it is. It's got 3-4 A's in a row and a bunch
an O with a line through it.
Lena of Northern Sweden was baking for Christmas. This is 1995. This is nearly a decade ago. Wait, 2 decades. What is it?
A decade and a half.
It's close to 2 decades. It's close to 2 decades, sure.
Her wedding ring vanished. She searched everywhere. Her family searched everywhere. They even pulled up the floorboards. They couldn't find it. It was gone. So they had a sad, sad Christmas.
This happened to my mom one year. My dad got her a mood ring for Christmas.
Romantic.
Yeah, and we never. She tried it on. Then we never found it again.
Yeah, that's.
We think it was in the wrapping paper, and that's bad. In the old days, we used to throw the wrapping paper in the fireplace.
Hold on.
We didn't know any better.
That I got a mood ring
Old
that was
days.
accidentally thrown away in the
Really?
Christmas wrappings too. Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I didn't remember until you said that, and it brought it suddenly rushing back.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
But if it had been in the fireplace, we would have found it. It would have melted. So that's really disappearing mood
'cause
rings.
Generally, mood rings are of high
quality. Yes, definitely.
16 years later, Lena was in her garden picking carrots. She found a carrot with her ring wrapped around it.
How about that?
So
Just wearing a ring.
Here's what they think happened. Okay, follow me. She's making Christmas goodies, Swedish delicacies. She's cooking. The ring falls down the drain. They fed the contents of the garbage disposal to their sheep.
Okay.
The ring was eaten by a sheep. The ring passed through the sheep's digestive system. They used the sheep's waste to fertilize the garden. So the solid ring was part of their compost. It made it into the garden, and a carrot grew right through the ring.
Now, see, I didn't read the whole story. Now, when you tell it like that, that's a pretty good story. I thought she was probably gardening and lost the ring, and big deal. A couple years later, 16 years later,
I
the
knew
ring
it.
comes.
I knew you didn't read the story.
I glanced.
This is why
That's a good
lot
story.
of good news of the weird stories get passed over, because you're like, a ring and a carrot. I don't know what to know about that.
Let's do it. News the weird. That's a legitimately weird story.
What was the mood of the ring?
The mood. Well,
this one's not a mood ring.
No, this is
a wedding ring.
This was a wedding ring. So it doesn't fit her anymore, but she's going to have it sized because she wants to wear it again. They always want to wear it again in these stories, and I
don't do
believe
that.
time for a new ring.
Definitely.
I mean, that
it
ring,
went in a sheep's poo-poo.
She found it?
She found it while she was gardening for carrots, and that also, it seems a little suspicious.
Yeah, that
to me.
seems like maybe Dad found it, like he had it in an old pair of pants and just forgot about it, and then he went out and put it on a carrot.
Here's what it sounds like to me, Ted. It sounds like she didn't really lose the ring that Christmas. She never really liked the ring. She wanted a new ring to begin with. So she just slipped into the pocket and goes, the wedding ring is gone. So then the husband wouldn't let up about it for 16 years.
You're right.
So finally she was like, oh.
Gotta do something.
So she went out in the garden and she just took the ring and she put it on a carrot.
Hans, I found it on a carrot.
I found the ring.
What are these accents?
They're Swedish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're obviously.
What's your Swedish accent, man?
Hey,
look at me. I'm Swedish.
It was a carrot.